Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. Today, two teams from the even bigger Big Ten clash, a conference that now stretches from the Atlantic all the way to the Pacific. This will be a good one. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the second-ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Badgers offense comes on the field first today. Here comes that star wide receiver with the swag that kind of rubs opponents the wrong way, Kirk, because he's saying, I don't care who you are, I'm going to embarrass you today.
Well, Chris, there's a rumor that this guy actually DMs the opposing corners before the game that he's going to go up against, as if to say, hey, it's going to be a long day for you today. But the wild thing is he actually comes out and single-handedly unravels defenses to the point that by the end, it looks like he's in the heads of the opposing secondary.
Looking to set up a screen pass here.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking to scramble.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And the Badgers bring their punt team onto the field. He boots it away from inside his own end zone. And it's taken at the 45. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense out there for their first possession. If there's one guy on this defensive side, Kirk, who could be a game wrecker, it's this elite pass rusher, very much on the quarterback's mind today.
Yeah, Chris, but it's going to be very tough. This quarterback does a nice job of moving around in the pocket, and also he's going to have an awareness of exactly where this guy is and have a clock in his mind about how quickly that ball needs to get out.
And here's the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. They'll return it from inside the 5. solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Adams.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Dropping back, it's Winston. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield. And the Badgers will have to kick this away. When he comes for his second punt of the game. And that sets up a return. He's got an opening. Watch out, he's got great speed. And the speedy returner, a big gain on that run. Coverage team barely able to stop it. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. He's running out of time here. He's hit as he throws it. The catch is made inside the 10. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. That's a highlight play for that quarterback. Stands in the pocket, delivers a strike, even though he knows he's going to get pounded.
Yeah, for young quarterbacks, when coaches talk about pocket presence, this is exactly what they're talking about. He stood in there and made that throw, not worrying at all about taking the hit.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Jukes to get free. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Running out of time in the pocket. Down he goes. A sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
They're backed up, second and long at the 19. Dropping back, it's Winston. The pocket breaking down. The protection breaks down again, back-to-back sacks. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They'll give it to the back. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. And the Badgers will have to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. And he's able to get the boot away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver. What I love here is good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough, gave the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to run it away. And they begin to click now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to create here on the move. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the Badgers will bring their punt team onto the field. That's his 4th punt already today. Oh, and he's got some space here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. He'll look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Finds an open target on the left side. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost some 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Looking right, this one caught. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking to throw again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He spins out of a tackle. We stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A great call by the defensive coordinator, bringing the linebacker from Wisconsin on the blitz, and he gets home for the sack. And boy, they have had as many linebackers over the years as maybe anybody in college football with the ability to rush the quarterback and come up with big sacks like this.
He's swarmed by the defense.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
And he'll get there. Touchdown, Ohio State. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Tech on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong